to 16.5. Shit, man.
All these guys talk about is girls and cash. These times they ain't even got none. It ain't hard to see when I step in the dance. The party's lit and it gets done. Turn up the music and we jump in. All the people around just jump in. Turn up the music and we jump in. All the people around just jump in. Bounce and vibe. Get the drink and we dance all night. Vibe and bounce. Get the drink and the girl on the couch. Bounce and vibe. Get the drink and we dance all night. Vibe and bounce. Get the drink and the girl on the couch.
Yes. Alright, thank you for coming down, my guy. Please let them know who you are and where you're from, bro.
Cool. So my name's Torcha from Ilford, in and around East. Born and bred there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, been there all my life.
Sick. How would you describe Ilford, bro?
Boy, right now it's a bit rough. Do you know what I mean? It's gone a bit downhill, if I'm honest, man. Which is a shame because it used to be a really nice area back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. It's not like it used to be. You get me? Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get back to that because you know what it is, yeah.
Go
on. When was Ilford safe for you?
If I'm honest, yeah. You see, when I was like around about 16, 17, there was always like, obviously there's drama everywhere. There's always drama in that. But them times, I just feel like it wasn't as intense as it is now. Like back then, it was like you'd hear about like the maddest thing happening, and then you wouldn't hear another mad thing again for like maybe a couple months. But now it's like it just feels like it's every week. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like every week, something like that. So yeah, man.
Fair enough. How would you say people described you? How would you describe yourself in one word, actually?
What? How people describe me? Calm. Like I'm a calm, humble guy. Do you know what I'm saying? I just do my thing really. Just me, my circle of people. Just do my thing. Concentrate on my music. You know what I mean? I've got a family now as well. You know, family man and that. Yeah. So I just keep myself to the music. You know what I'm saying? Confident as well when it comes to the barring as well. So when you go into that aspect of things, like people would definitely portray me as like confident guy and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think you obviously the confidence, I guess, nothing that's going to be in the music as well. The calmness, do you think that's come out in the music recently or?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I've got like different aspects of my music. I mean, you'll see that I've got the hype stuff, the energetic stuff, the bossy stuff, talking about sick am, whatever. But then I've got that aspect of calmness as well. Do you know what I mean? Like the real stuff that I'm talking about and stuff like that. You get me? So.
Yes. So what, you grew up around Ilford, yeah?
Yeah. I grew up around Ilford, man, my whole life.
Yeah, where did you go to school?
I went Lotsford.
Swear dad.
Yeah,
I was Oxford.
Still. Huh?
I was Oxford.
It was alright still. It was alright.
Yeah?
I went Lotsford, then I went Barking College after that, man. And then, didn't go to uni on that, and it was just straight into just the 9 to 5s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was the grind.
Yeah.
I hear it.
You know what I mean?
So what first got you into music?
If I'm honest, like, in my household, all we ever did was play music. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, I had my mum and dad that was playing, you know, the old school Luther Vandross and stuff like that. But then I got an older brother and he used to always play Biggie and that. And I remember my mum used to just tell him off all the time, like, why are you playing that in front of my son? You know, the one's there because he's like 11 years older than me and that. So when I was at 7, he's like 18 playing Biggie and that. So even from that 7, I was introduced into like rap and stuff like that. And then I kind of just took it on when I was about 13, started just rapping, just like hip hop at first. And I was rapping on like Tupac beats and Biggie beats and stuff like that. Then I slowly started to get introduced to Graham. And then the circle that I formed around me just happened to just do music. You know what I mean? And then that's how it happened.
Okay. So what kind of music would you say you make now?
Now I make a bit of everything, if I'm honest, man. Like I've even started, like for example, I do Graham, I do the hip hop, I jump on the drill, but I'd say it's more like Graham style on drill beats, if that makes sense. And then I've got a couple of Afro beats as well I'm trying as well. Do you know what I mean? It depends where like once I'm in the studio, I just need a beat that just takes me to wherever I'm going, basically. You get me?
Okay. Yeah. No, I like that. We'll talk about that. So when you're in the studio, or even before that, like, what would you say your creative process was?
Well, sometimes if I'm out and about, it's just like I might just have an idea that just clicks into my head. Like even while I'm driving, and then I pick up my phone and I'll just do a quick little voice note to myself, like if it's a flow or if it's a certain beat I've got in mind. And then once I get in, I'll just take it from there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it could just pop out of nowhere.
I hear it.
Yeah, man.
And like with that, I guess where you work with other artists a lot, or like what's
Yeah. I collab with like my inner circle. Do you know what I'm saying? So I work with Nast. I worked with Nast. I got my boy Foley, who I've been doing a few tunes with as well. You get me? I got a song with Grim as well, Grim and all as well. So yeah, man, I've got a few artists that I've worked with before, but mainly just like my inner circle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love that. And like, I mean, me personally, I'm a Gramhead. I'm an East End as well.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Ends. So obviously, you said two names that anyone who knows Gram from the Ends would obviously last criminal.
Yeah.
Like these are. How was it? I guess like growing up around these man, also like working and collaborating with them. How was that as a?
Bro, the experience was lit, man. I do believe that it all comes around full circle. Because I remember when I was younger, because obviously they're like my age group, innit? Like, do you get me? We're all around about the same age. And when I was younger, like 17, I used to write my bars watching these Westwood TV like episodes and that, whatever you call them, like show and Logan Sama and all of this, like the radio sets and that. And I used to always be like, no, I need to be around these guys, you know. But it just took years, bro. Like, it hasn't been. It's not like I've been doing music or speaking to them for that long. It was just like literally within the last few years I connected with them or whatever, and it just kind of just happened. But being around that, yeah, man, I've got some advice from them as well, and do you know what I'm saying? Like we've spoken about stuff. Yeah, it's good. Do you get me? It's you know, it's like I've listened to them, and then now I'm working with some of them as well, so it's good. But I've always been doing my own thing as well. You know what I mean? It's not just about the collabs. I'm concentrating just on myself. You get me?
No, of course. And obviously, I guess even to get to the point of collabing, you need to have your own setting going on.
100%.
So,
100%.
100, man. It's just a testament to yourself as well. So, I mean, yeah, we've talked about two UK artists, and you know, what you mentioned about, you know, the Westfield ciphers and stuff like that. Like, so have you got like, you know, personal top 5 artist list? Like, you're like, yeah, these men are the one.
Yeah. Like overall, or was it 5 from US, 5 from UK? Or just
Let's do that. 5 from US, 5 from UK.
So UK gets Dot Rotten, Chip, Wretch 32. What am I forgetting? Probably P Money as well. Yeah, that's in my top 5. Some of them would actually get into my top, like my overall. To be honest, like I think Gets for me and Dot Rotten as well. If he was active, like them two were definitely like overall, bro. I think they're two of the greatest. US for me, J. Cole. That's my favorite overall rapper anyway. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Joyner Lucas. You know what? I think I'll keep it at them 3, to be honest. When I really deep it, I've actually just got a top 3. I don't really have a top 5.
No, that's fair, man.
Yeah, they're like
you ain't got to stretch it.
Yeah, like anyone out of that, I'm just like, I'm not
it's
really
interesting. You said Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing he did when he rapped backwards
with Flex?
Yeah. What do you think of stuff like that? Like, with regards to like,
oh, bro, like the brain you gotta have to be able to pull that off, yeah, and for it to actually make sense. Because when you deep it, like it will go over some people's head, but when you listen to what he's saying backwards, it's all literally making sense. It's all backwards. There's no missing out any lines. He's literally doing the lines and explaining what, like, it's just mad. Like, so I think that's amazing talent to be able to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Something to look at and to be inspired by. Do you know what I mean?
100%, man. You know, some people, it's gimmicky, but I feel like the gimmick is if you're not putting it off right.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
So for yourself, obviously, you know, we've talked about artists, but what inspires you, or who inspires you? Like, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Mainly things that I've been through. So, for example, you know, I remember I had a period where I was going through some stuff, and then obviously I wasn't really writing for a minute, and then I went through some, like, you know, depression, a bit of that sort of stuff. So then I kind of did a song about it, do you know what I mean? Like anxiety and stuff like that, talking about panic attacks and stuff that I've gone through that I don't really care what anyone thinks. Does that make sense? Man would just wear my heart on my sleeve and say what I've been through, do you know what I mean? Because as everyone knows, as men, like, we don't always chat about it. So that sort of stuff is what I've spoken about in my music. But what's happened is I've had to go through it to be able to write about it. And that's when I had writer's block as well. I didn't really want to do anything at that period in time, and then I wrote about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it just all made sense. And then, yeah, man, I get my inspiration from what I'm going through. And also, like, on a random day, if I'm just out and then I hear the maddest beat that I'm writing, the maddest spin to it, do you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that.
You know, like that. Like, I'm just like, oh, yeah, bro. Like, I'm just like, wow. Like, I have to get in with this, man. You get
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%, man.
And it's interesting you just talked about obviously mental health, because the next question was really going to be about, you know, one of the biggest obstacles you've had to face. So would you want to talk on that? Like, I mean, if it doesn't have to be that, if that hasn't been one of your biggest obstacles.
No, that's definitely, for me, that was definitely one of the first things that, like one of the biggest things I've been through was like coping with mental health and that. So basically, like I've said it in my music anyway, but you know, I went through some anxiety, some depression and stuff. Even went to therapy for it, do you know what I mean? And I say this in my music as well, like there's a song called Panic Room that's on my Spotify. And when you listen to the words, I'm going through every single step that I went through. Do you know what I mean? Having a panic attack for the first time, going through depression, etc., the reasons why. And yeah, man, I've spoken about it many times before, do you know what I'm saying? And that's definitely like the biggest thing that I've had to go through, 100%. But, you know, I'm through the other side now, do you know what I mean? And more motivated and inspired now, so yeah.
More power to you, bro, more power to you. And like, do you think that's, like I guess from going through it, do you now feel like that's something you make a point to mention in your music, or is it just something that comes out?
No, it was just, no, it's just something that, you know, like I said, like, you know, when I went through it, music for me is therapy anyway, so I just wanted to talk about it, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be like banging on about it. It is important. I do believe it is definitely important to talk about it when, as men, we don't really talk about it that much, do you know what I mean? We've got this pride or ego sort of thing, but for me, it was like, I'm going to give you this, hear my story, and that's that. And I might touch on it again down the line, but for now, that was my story. I'm through that now. Now it's on to the next thing, do you know what I mean?
Bro, great. I like the way you phrase it as like the music is also part of the therapy. Like,
100%, man.
Yeah. 100. So, talk about other obstacles, like coming from the ends. You know, things happen, right? We'll get to situations. So,
100%.
like, have you ever been to jail or been arrested?
I've been arrested. I've never been to jail though. Do you know what I'm saying?
What have you been arrested for, bro?
Just, it wasn't even that deep, just like a fray. Do you know what I'm saying? Just beefing on road type of thing like that. Getting caught. Do you know what I mean? 23 hours in the cell, not glamorizing it or anything, but yeah, that's it. That was it really. And it was just the once as well, do you know what I mean? Everything other than that, it's just been beef here and there, but nothing really came of it, do you know what I mean?
And was there a point where you thought, I'm not really about this right now, like I want to focus on this, I want to focus on that?
Yeah, 100%, that's the thing, you know, in life you're always going to go through tests and that, and there's always going to be situations that you might not be able to avoid, and whatever happens type of thing, do you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's always been about the music, do you know what I'm saying? That's where I put like my heart and my life in, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
Sick. And what do you think, I guess, led you on the path that you're on now for the music? Like, what was there like a moment or anything like that?
I think it's just like, it's mainly to do with, it's been my dream for a while as well, do you get what I mean? It's not even just to get out of a certain situation, whatever, because if I want to, like, obviously I work, you know, I'm not ashamed to say that, like, man has to feed my son and that, you provide for family, you get me? But my long term, like, you know, it is to become like bigger than I am at the moment, do you feel what I'm saying? So for me, that's just like been my main goal anyway. It's always been like about the music for me, man. And as I got older, even more so. Because back in the day, I didn't really do the promoting side of it too tough, and I didn't really get my mind into the business side of it. But now it's like I know what I need to do. I know what DJs I need to shout. I know all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm still learning, but I've definitely developed a way of going about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sick. Definitely, man. 100. And like through that journey, was there one thing that you say you've learned?
I know that this is like something that everybody says, but it definitely is the consistency. It is the consistency, because I remember, you know, everyone likes to put out, you know, the positive stuff that they've gone through. They don't always like to say, you know, when they've been rejected from stuff. But I will say it straight. I remember emailing like DJs, and it wasn't that my music wasn't good, but it was like it wasn't for them at that time. So I remember them saying to me, no, this isn't the one, this isn't the one. And if I could have stopped, like, oh, I'm not going to get played. But then I kept going, found a song that I knew was going to bang, and then it got played on Kiss, got played on BBC One Extra. Do you get what I'm saying? All because I just was like, no, bun now, I want to keep going. Do you feel what I mean? So it's just consistency, 100%.
And how was that feeling when you got the BBC One Extra, the Kiss plays? How was that?
It was sick, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was sick. I remember staying up just to listen to them introducing me and that. Do you know what I mean? It was lit, bro. Like, it was big up Ellie Program, and she was the one that first spun me on Kiss. And I remember staying up and that, and it's like, yeah, we're about to play Torcha. She's played me a couple times as well, 2 different songs, and I remember just thinking, yeah, man, like, I'm hearing my name on radio and that. Do you know what I mean? It was lit, bro. Sick. Same for BBC One Extra as well.
Great stuff, man. And obviously more to come, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Good to hear, man. So, like, we're talking about, I guess, you know, again, you've had tracks talking about mental health and stuff like that, but do you see, like, a link between, I guess, rappers, music, and society? Do you think there's an impact?
What on?
Between, like, do you think music and rappers have an impact on society at the moment?
Yeah, I think they do. I think they do. Like, I mean, everyone knows that, well, especially for me, I believe that music is powerful. So anything that you say in your music, like, people will take it in, good or bad. Do you know what I'm saying? It is true. You hear a song, you do get hyped. Doesn't mean you're gonna do anything, but you hear a certain song and you're thinking, yeah, like, you might be driving in the whip, all of a sudden your energy's changed. You hear something about mental health, or you hear something deep, and then you start thinking about what you've gone through in life. Do you feel what I'm saying? So I definitely believe that it definitely has an impact, you know, positive and sometimes negative as well.
Do you keep that in mind when you're making your music as well?
Yeah.
Like, how do you navigate that?
It's difficult because I remember I did a song called Wow, and it's like my most streamed song. It's got like 190k streams or something, and like it was difficult because I put that out because I knew, like, when I first put it out and it got spun, people were feeling it, yeah. And then the chorus, it's like, it's a basic chorus just because it's catchy, but it's like, you will get a punch to the teeth, like, wow, or with his boxing enemies, like, wow. And then when I listen to it back, I'm like, yeah, it's sick and that. But obviously there's that element of people might get hyped because it's like, I want to punch him in the face. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so that's when I start to realize, oh, it could have an impact where people might get a bit, do you know what I mean? It can happen, but for the fact that people were feeling it, it's like I had to put it out, and that happened to be my most streamed song. So it's just like, and more streams to come, do you know what I mean? But
well, do you think that side, like the hype or sells more, is just more appealing? Like, what's your view on that?
If I'm honest with you, it feels like that now. It does. It you know, that's not the reason why I did. It's not exactly the reason why I did the song, but it's looking back in hindsight. I'm like, oh, you know what? I can see how that could have a negative effect, not just a positive. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes basically, like, do you know what I mean?
No, for real. Alright, cool. Let's get back on you though, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think makes you different from all these other artists out here?
That's a really good question, man. That's a tricky one as well. If I'm honest, I'm still learning about myself, innit? Because I'm still, like, I've been doing it for 15 years and I'm still not gonna stop. Do you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm still trying to develop my own sound to the point where I'm completely unique. Do you feel what I'm saying? I'm very much aware that there's always gonna be occasions where you might do a song that might be similar, or somebody might do a song similar to you. So it's difficult to, sometimes it can be difficult to really, really stand out because there's so much influx of music coming through and that. But for me, I'm still learning about how to stand out from the rest. Do you know what I'm saying? All I can do is continue doing the songs that I want to do. Like, I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm doing it because it's the music I want to make. Do you feel what I'm saying? And I enjoy it. So I'm just going to keep doing it, and then hopefully I'll just break through. I believe that given the chance to show my skill to everybody, everyone would believe that I'm like one of the coldest. Do you know what I mean? That's my thing. I believe that. Do you feel what I mean?
No, man, thank you. That's some realism in that as well. Like, put that in context, 15 years and you're still finding yourself. Because it is a journey. It's always a journey as well. And like, yeah, man, great stuff. So what's next for you, bro?
So, yeah, this is actually the first time I'm announcing it, but like, I've got a mixtape I'm working on called Class of 07. And that's basically, it says it in the name, that's basically like the generation I grew up on and within, do you know what I mean? So the days where, you know, Dot Rotten was active, Chip came up, P Money, you know, all of them, man, their Voltage, everybody from the ends, do you know what I'm saying? That I used to always want to connect with. I consider myself to be in that era, do you know what I'm saying? That generation, although I wasn't as known as them, I felt like because I came up the same time, just behind the scenes, I'm calling the Class of 07 as kind of like a shout out to that generation, do you feel what I'm saying? So I'm working on that. Couple shows I've got coming up as well. And yeah, man, just singles and music going into the new year, do you get me? But the EP, so not the EP, the mixtape will be coming out next year.
Sick.
You get me? But early part of next year.
Sick. No, sick, man. Also, like, obviously, like we talked about, you know, people you've already collaborated with.
Well, if there's anyone that at the moment, I need need to collaborate with this person?
There's, to be honest, yeah, there's always going to be people that you want to work with. There's nobody that I feel like I need to collab with right now. Like, I'm not going out of my way to collab with anybody, but obviously you've got the dream collabs. So obviously I want to, I eventually want to meet and be able to at least sit in the studio with somebody like Gets. Do you know what I'm saying? Somebody that like that. You know what I mean? Gets, and even P Money and Chip. Do you know what I mean? For me, them three are like the ones I'd like to collab with down the line. But again, to get to that, I've got to make sure, definitely pattern my thing and I push my music first. Do you know what I'm saying? And I believe once I push my music to how it needs to go, the collabs are going to come. That's how I feel. Do you know what I mean?
100. Like, yeah, focusing on the work, man. Sick.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. We talk about Class of 07 here. I remember them days, right? Nah, deep, fam. The way we used to intake music, it's YouTube, right?
Yeah.
It was all YouTube. All
That's
YouTube,
right.
and then we'll get, the dodgy, like, sense. Like, sorry, this sounds a little cracky, but we're getting someone ripped it off. You know them early YouTube converters, someone's found out how to do that. Like,
Exactly.
boom. Like, it's different now. I mean, people got Instagram, like TikTok, Snapchat. How do you think like social media has impacted or affected the scene?
I mean, it's affected it a lot. I think it's still hard. Yeah, how can I word it? It's hard. It's still hard to kind of break into the scene, but it's easier, I believe, than it was back in the day because you've got TikTok where you can do 15-second clips and stuff, and then literally it can just go viral. Whereas back in the day, it was literally, standing in Stratford or somewhere where you're just handing out your CD and hoping that somebody will take it in, or you just got YouTube. And I remember them times as well. It was just MySpace. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember putting music on MySpace and all I did was just spam everyone's pages. Yeah, check out my one. Do you know what I'm saying?
For real.
That's what I'm saying. But now it's like, because everyone's on social media, it's like you've got millions and millions of people that will just see it instantly. Do you know what I mean? If you use the right hashtags and you use the right form of promotion or whatever, or sometimes a bit of luck, boom. Do you know what I mean? Straight away, people see you. And I think that's where the battle begins, because every single person that's doing music is we're onto it. We are trying to do the same thing in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because we've seen it work for other people. Do you know what I'm saying? So
for real. And keeping that in mind, would you say? You said it was hard to say, but if you were to say, do you think it's harder or easier to make it now?
Overall, I'd say that it's. I'd say there could be a better chance of you making it or getting seen rather than before. Do you know what I mean? Because, like I said, because of what we've got now, we didn't have that in 2007, 2006, and going back. We didn't have as big of a social media platform like we do. Do you know what I'm saying? There was only a couple that were really banging like that, and now we've got so many. And there's billions of people on them. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, one viral moment and you're good. But back then it was just more tricky, man. There was people sending flipping demos to record companies, but now record companies are finding you from videos. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely, I think it is different, man.
Sick.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, bro. Alright, we're gonna do some quick fire questions.
Alright, cool. I don't know how quick I'll be, but I'll try.
Yeah, we'll try.
Alright, cool. We're gonna do some quick fire questions, my guy. Don't think about it.
Yeah,
just the first thing that comes to your mind, bro.
Cool, say that.
Ready, yeah?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, cool. Breast or bum?
Breast.
Jeez. Tracksuit or jeans?
Jeans.
Diggity or Central C?
Central C.
Champagne or cognac?
Champagne.
Blade Brown or K-Trap?
K-Trap.
Maya Jama or Snitchy Shy?
My drama.
Football or boxing?
Football.
That was like
muscle reaction, right? I don't think I even heard the second thing.
I knew shit away from you.
Oh man, alright.
We got my drama.
They got Maya Jama, for real. Gigs or Young Spray?
Gigs.
London or Brom?
London.
Drinker or smoker?
Drinker.
Gucci or Givenchy?
Gucci.
Eddie One or Tion Wayne?
Tion Wayne.
Labour or Conservative?
Labour.
Lamb or pork?
Lamb.
Chunks or Young Philly?
Chunks.
You know what's mad? Let me go back to that lamb or pork. I'm waiting for someone to say pork.
I do like it though. I do like it, but I prefer lamb.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
I hear it, but I'm saying lamb anyways. Like, but yeah. Netflix or Amazon?
Netflix.
D Block or NSG?
D Block.
Merc or BM?
Merc.
Stormzy or Chip?
Chip.
Swear.
Yeah.
You seen Stormzy's new tin?
You know what? If you, I was speaking to my boy about this. Overall, yeah, long story short, overall, I prefer Chip in it.
Yeah.
Lyrically.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Stormzy did a madness with his new one still. Yeah, he did a madness with his new one, and it's one of those ones where it's a bit hard to, you can't really, how can you, like, what can you really say because of, yeah, like that.
On greatness.
Yeah, but
stuff, yeah.
if we're talking just barring, I'd have to just, you know.
I'm still with you. I'm still Chip.
Yeah.
I'm still Chip.
Well, I'm saying,
Like,
pick up both of them, but that's just where I'm at with it.
No, but yeah, personal, yeah.
Yeah.
Joshua or Fury?
Fury.
Real rap or drill?
Real rap.
Arrows or Selfridges?
Selfridges.
Okay. No one's trying to rate Joshua, man.
Hey, let's not even get into that conversation. You know?
Do you watch
boxing?
Yeah, I get it. If you're talking about, okay, as a boxer, boom, I get it. Fury's done his thing right now.
Yeah.
Joshua's really been lacking. Last 3 fights,
Yeah.
lacking. But I just got to fight for the man then.
Yeah, I hear that.
He's a nice boy as well. I just got to fight for the man then.
I know, it's not even like, it's not one of those ones where I don't even rate him. Like, I like him as a boxer, I like him as a person as well. But if them two were to fight, I'd have to say, I just think Fury is just, yeah.
I was upset when that contract fell through, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, well, I was man not turning the tin.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But it's all political because sometimes Fury can just go online and just say one thing and then switch it, innit? So it's hard, innit? But we'll see. We'll see.
Alright, boom. Thank you for that, bro. We're just gonna do this one's a little bit political. We're gonna talk about some current events. Obviously, recently there's been the police shooting of Chris Kava. So so recently the Met Police have essentially murdered an innocent black man who was just in his car, unarmed. Like, just wanted to get your views on that, bro.
Bro, it's you know the ones where it's just the same. It just feels like the same conversation that we're all having all the time, bro. Like, it's just, long story short, it's just like, where does it end? Or where does someone step in like, yo, like, clearly something like Buki's just going on, bro, like, within the system. Do you feel what I'm saying? Because it just happens all the time, bro. And you know what the sad thing is? When it happens, it's almost like we're just waiting for it to, when's the next time it's gonna happen? Do you know what I'm saying? When it really should be like, oh, is that it now? Like, can we, do you know what I'm saying? Like, can we end it, please?
Bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Nah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy,
mad,
man. I mean, obviously, you remember, obviously, the last time, Mark Duggan.
Yeah.
Like, the city was basically on fire.
Bro, I remember driving past that, like, literally the day it happened when it was all cornered off and that, and ambulances was there. And I remember that like it was yesterday, bro. It's mad, bro. It's mad.
But yeah, man, no, thank you for sharing your thoughts on that, man. It's just, I think, obviously, it's important. Like, I think as musicians, as artists, we are also, like, public speakers in a way, you know? We have to reflect what's going on and, you know, it's sad, to get our thoughts on it, man. For real. So, let's just go back to you, dude. Grime. Like, what would you say is your favourite, actually? Nah, let me not even put that in your mouth. I was going to say, what would you say your favourite genre is to perform?
Yeah, to perform, you know what? Yeah, I'd say it'd have to be grime. The only tricky thing is, you know, I'm still mastering it. This because I'm a bit skippy with the flows. It can get a bit techie, where you got to really be able to control your breath and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Rap seems like, you know, you can kind of, do you feel me? Grime, you're very energetic. It's like the sets. Do you know what I'm saying as well? But still, yeah, definitely grime to perform. I still love performing it, man.
Okay. What's your favourite song to perform then?
It would be 07 Era. So yeah, I've got a song called 07 Era, which is on Class of 07, and it's the lead single for that mixtape. And yeah, that's mad hype. Like, I remember I performed it last year as well at a wedding, and it went off. Do you know what I mean? It was sick.
Well, I hate you making weddings go off, you know.
It was my wedding. Like, big up my boy Abdul, man. It was his wedding day, sick wedding, and that. And he asked me to performance. I did 4 songs, and that was like the one I ended it with. And the way everyone was like, F-radio, trying to bring back, like everyone knew the words by the time we got to like the second chorus. Do you know what I mean? It was sick.
Sick. That's the reaction you want as well.
Yeah,
man,
100%. Yeah.
Nah, sick, man. What would you say like is the one message you'd want to give the younger generation?
What message do I want to give the young generation? Just work hard in anything that you do, innit? Doesn't have to even just be music. Just work hard, keep grounded, and just keep grinding, man. But just, you know, mistakes will happen, but just make sure that you overcome them and you just keep pushing. You know what I mean? In everything that you do. And don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something. Just keep doing it.
Sick. And what would you say was the best advice you've been given?
Probably just like not to give up. Like it was something as simple as that, just not to give up and just keep doing your thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember like and it's always good to have like little words of advice like that in your ear, or a little nudge just to keep you going, because sometimes you'll go through music thinking, oh man, do you know what I'm saying? Like this is getting kind of long. Do you know what I mean? But when you've been around people in the studio and they've said a certain comment and they've said, right, that reminds me of this person, whatever, it gives you that kind of boost to let you know you're doing the right thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, definitely just not to give up. Yeah.
Real one. And I don't know, like obviously, the scene, the musical, all of it, it's all about the bravado, innit? We know how it goes.
Yeah,
the ego, we got
ego.
Make ourselves, yeah. But we all have doubts. We all have those little fears that you just touched on as well. So do you have like just a nagging fear, like just something that's always in the back of your head that you just think I need to overcome this?
Yeah, man. There's always fear, man. Like there's always that, you know, there's always that sort of. You've always got, you know, the devil on one shoulder, the God on the other. Like one's in your ear just telling you like you're not gonna make it, like you can't do this, and then I've got to just keep remembering, bro. I know that I'm cold, innit? Like, leave it. You know what I'm saying? Move, bro. Like, what do you mean? So it's just one of those ones. It's battling with myself, man. It's been an ongoing thing, and even it's kind of interesting to hear as well. Even like well-known artists have said the same thing, where they've gone through that as well. They've gone through that stage of like, what's going on? You feel what I'm saying? Should I just allow it? Should I just? That's about the only fear that I have. Really, just I've got fear of kind of like giving into that side where it's like, you know what, I'm giving up. Do you know what I mean? That's my fear. But at the moment, I'm not thinking about giving up, if that makes sense. But there's always that nagging little voice trying to persuade me that maybe you should just, you know what I mean? It's getting long. It's been bare long, especially when you've been spitting for as long as I have as well, like 15 years or whatever. But then I know man around me that have spat for the same amount of time, and we're all feeling the same way. No matter how cold we are, we all think, you know what? Let's keep pushing. You know what I mean? So.
Sick, man. Do you think that helps as well, having just that community around you, like people's?
Yeah, man, it keeps you inspired, and it realizes that, you know, sometimes when you go through stuff, you think you're the only one that goes through it. I don't know why we think like that, but it's true. Like when you go through something, you might think, oh, it's just me, man. It must just be me. How's everyone else feeling inspired or motivated? But really, it's like, no, we're all feeling it, bro. You know what I mean? In any aspect of our life, there's always a time where we're thinking, oh, you know what's wrong. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the people around me, when I found out they're feeling a certain way about certain things, I'm like, oh, okay. And then you can relate to it, and then you can have a conversation about it, and then yeah. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Sick. Yes. So is there anything that you'd like to touch on, or you'd just like to say that you don't think that we've covered at the moment?
No. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. No. We've covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah. No, it's been good. It's been good. One last thing, obviously, you're a barber, bro.
Yeah.
So, what's the realest thing you've ever wrote, fam?
The realest thing I've ever wrote. There's two. There's Panic Room that I spoke about earlier, and then there's Letter to Mum, which is kind of like when she felt ill. That's kind of what started my depression and stuff, innit? So I kind of did a song for her, which isn't out yet, but those two are definitely the realest things I wrote. Do you know what I mean? But Panic Room you can see on Spotify and all digital platforms, and Demon Wars as well, which is another thing. Yeah, man, I've got quite a few, as you can see. Like, there's a few out there, man. Do you get me? So yeah.
What, no bars?
I can't. You know what? I haven't spat the panic room bars for a while, but I can spit something. Something else.
Quick, like 8 bars. I don't know.
Cool. Look, we're living in the city of crime. They're all gripping a 9. Either that or they're gripping a knife. Everybody talking like it's calm in the hood, but it's not that. If you think there is, then you're living a lie. And the angel get left with a broken nose, comatose, laid up with some broken bones, overdosed. You know I flow the most, over MC with a colder flow. I've got bad habits. See me, I'll never backtracking bad man. It's best MC up in the damn planet. Battling me, you make a man vanish. All I need is a beat because I'm that savage. It's the same event. When I wave my pen, rap my bars, and I aim at them. What? I don't break them. I can't play pretend. I'll kick them out like they can't pay the rent. Watch when I come through. They'll leave a chick around me. You should get wet like a monsoon. I'm AJ Irons. We'll leave it there still. That's called the throne, yeah? The throne's out loud still.
Come on. Hey, bro. Thank you for coming through. Just tell the people where they can find you.
No doubt.
All the socials, all of them.
So you can find me on Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at Torcha Official, which is TORCHA Official. So that's TikTok, Twitter and Instagram. So yeah, man. My music's on Spotify and all digital platforms as well. You get me? Just tap in Torcha and you'll find me.
Safe.
Yeah?
Yes.
Sick.
Love for that, bro. Love for that.
Yeah, that was sick, man.